Hey, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, everybody. Jim from Jim's Coleus with the weekly update. We'll try to do a weekly update on the greenhouse. I'm making up a bunch of pots today. Did a little trimming, watering. Time to get some of these little nursery pots. They need to grow. They need some room. I don't pot all of them, but I do make up a lot of pots because that's when the magic really happens, when you get them into their own little place and they got room to grow, because they can really fill up the roots, especially when you get a Coleus like this, say. The roots really become very they really spread out and take over the soil, so they can't stay in these forever. These are just like a baby crib. Eventually the baby gets too big for the crib, gets to become a toddler. Once it gets a little older, like this here, this is probably like a little 8-year-old boy maybe that needs his own bed. So, got to get him into another pot for now. Okay, so let's put the wide angle lens on. And you can see these are monsters. They are really growing. I mean, see, different Coleus grow at different rates and size leaves. Some are slower, like that. That's here we go. And trimming, you can see I did the trimming here. Some larger one. I did some more trimming, got undergrowth on there. Beautiful coloring. To see how the trimming really, it's tough to do, I know, but the results, you just, it's almost overnight. So hey, if you're in the New Jersey area next Saturday, May 9th, if you're in the New Jersey area, you want a day trip area or a day trip idea, or if you're in the New Jersey Shore area, Monmouth, Ocean County, I will be setting up a table at the Allaire State Park. They hold flea markets, different times, and I will be set up with a table, and I'll have a number of these singles you can buy, and I'll have a few of these beautiful colored pots. Look at this monster already. And you can get your hands on these Coleus. I was supposed to do an Earth Day sale last weekend, but it got rained out the whole weekend, so they canceled it altogether. So we're going to do some craft fairs, just a handful of them, and a flea market here and there until the farmers market, the Bayhead Farmers Market, which happens in the third week of June. So in the meantime, we're just letting these grow and creating pots. And no fertilizer really. The fertilizer is mixed in, so it gets fertilized as I water. And eventually, once these pots get a little older, they're not sold, then I start to switch over to this Miracle Grow, which is these are little single packets, and they're really easy. You pop them in to a 2-gallon water can, you mix it, and this is really good stuff for fertilizing Coleus. And I'll do that every 2 weeks or so. Allaire Village is located at 4263 Atlantic Avenue in Farmingdale, New Jersey. That's in Monmouth County. So it's pretty easy to get to. It's a really beautiful place. They have a train, so you can go on train rides. Historic village has been around since the 1800s. So stop by May 9th, 2026, Allaire Village Flea Market. I'll be there. I'll be set up. I'll have my Coleus, And so come on down. It's 4263 Atlantic Avenue in Farmingdale, Allaire Village. Okay, so we got this Witch's Brew. They were really difficult to get seeds from, so I only got a handful of viable seeds. And I did get a few, so we got to trim that. It's kind of damaged. Got one under here, it's damaged. Get rid of that. And we're gonna pot it up. We made a little well here. And as you can see, we got roots. See how prolific the roots are? So there's actually two here. There's two Witch's Brew. So we'll just pop it down in the center. Sorry folks, kind of hard to do this with one hand. Now I'm not putting this into a special container. I'm just putting it in a bigger nursery pot because I'm planning on putting this in an outdoor planter and putting it into a larger one. But I'm not going to be planting any of my Coleus outdoors yet. Here in New Jersey, the last frost date is this week. But looking ahead at the weather, I don't want to plant anything outside and lose it in the event we do get a strange, and the weather's been really crazy. So we're going to look at the forecast, and we're going to wait another week or so, and we'll plant this possibly. I'm going to let this set in this pot here, but we'll get to our Lord Voldemort rootings, the cuttings I have inside. We'll be planting them outdoors, but I don't do that till the middle of May. But I only have a handful of these, so we want to get these into pots and get them on their way. And we'll just fill this in. What I do is I put in there, shake it a little bit, and then we fill in the rest. As you can see, you get the idea. And then we give them a good watering, and then back into the greenhouse. Just stick with me, folks, and you'll see that you can do it too, and watch a planter like this become something like this. And just an idea, Coleus make fantastic hanging basket plants. Those of you who purchased my seeds, the jitters, the marble jitters or the regular jitters variations are perfect for hanging baskets because they get very full and they like to hang down, but just by nature of those. But look at this beautiful hanging basket I just made up. Just get some good quality Miracle-Gro potting soil. Don't skimp on the potting mixture. If you know, everybody's budget's different, but if you have to, and you know you're using a lot of soil and you're using the dollar store no name brand, just mix in some time release fertilizer. Make sure it's fertilized well, or some perlite. You know, I found that the potting soil really makes a difference. But look at these. Just made these up. These are going to be a fantastic hanging basket. 2 of them. I have about 4 large ones like this. It's a Kong Reds. Again, that's like a jitters colossal. It's like a marbleized jitters. And this is sort of a Kong Rose, not to be mistaken for the Wizard Rose. Similar but very large leaf. So beautiful color. And when you grow a lot of different, if you grow a lot of plants, you're going to get variations of a particular variety too, just by nature of the beast. Oh, and here is my Witch's Brew cutting from last year. So I decided to pot it. I wanted to get it into pots, and I'm hoping to get some Witch's Brew seeds. Again, They were very difficult, but I did manage to get some Witch's Brew Coleus growing. So to me, that's a success. There's another hanging basket and some more pots I did. There's the other Witch's Brew. And a couple of more hanging baskets I did. These will fill in really nicely. Look at that color. It's amazing. I mean, once they're in these big pots, they really start to explode. We'll trim a little, and then I'll start in another, I'm gonna say another week or so. Thereabouts, I'll start with the Miracle Grow liquid fertilizer that I mix in. I have the link in the shopping. You mix it in water, and it's just something about water soluble, general purpose Miracle Grow plant food that just does wonders. And yeah, I have some fertilizer beads mixed in, but that Miracle Grow stuff really does the trick. And of course, these hopefully I'm going to sell these at the flea market next Saturday. I mean, a lot of them are already, there's already fruit growing, already peppers. You see some peppers coming in already. But these really need a lot of fertilizer. They're very hungry, so got to really fertilize them. But I'm confident I'll sell a lot of them. And there's some more. And there's the other Witch's Brews. So we were pretty busy today, but we got a lot done. I'm exhausted. My back has been really bad, but that's life. Just from an accident and surgery and a real bad arthritis from it. So, but what am I going to do? I'm not going to lay in bed. Do what I got to do.
A few moments later.
Oh, and here it is in action. It's actually a overcast. It's a chilly day. It's a little raw. When the sun comes out, it's nice. The sun's always warm, but it's a little raw. I would say it's in the I don't know, low 50s, 52 outside. So when it's, I mean, these Coleus will do fine in that weather, but I do like to keep it a little more toasty in here for them, especially some of the younger, delicate ones. So I use this. I've had these for years. This is a disc furnace. Very safe. If it falls over, it shuts off. It's got a thermostat. You set it to the temperature you want, and they're pretty efficient. And as you can see, with the doors open, it keeps it at a nice 70 degrees in here. And once I shut the doors, and I'll leave the window a little bit cracked because I don't want to starve. I want some airflow in here. I want some oxygen. Of course, it's not airtight, but it'll keep it on a night that's 50, you know, in the 50s or 46. We had a couple of nights that were like 38, and it kept it around 60 degrees in here. But on a 50-degree night, that's a little raw. It'll keep it into almost 80 degrees in here, which is pretty good with the windows closed. So that's because my, you know, again, it's a rudimentary greenhouse. I don't have electric. I actually run an extension cord to an internet timer that I control with my phone, so I can schedule it. I can shut it off or on whenever I want. And to keep tabs on everything in here, again, I have my internet camera, which these last about a month and a half sometimes, and then I charge it, and it charges with a cell phone charger, Type-C. So yeah, we did a lot of potting today. There's a crimson gold in the back there. Look at that, I love that. Velvety, burgundy, with the gold edges. And I didn't pot all these today, but most of them I did. And I have about 4 witches brew, so I put them all in these nursery pots. These are 6-inch nurseries because I wanted to get them out of the smaller 3-inch ones. And then we'll find out what we're going to do with that afterwards. So, but we got a lot potted today. All right, everybody, so we'll catch you next week. You can see the poblano peppers are coming in really, really good too. I'll have those at the village as well. All right, so we'll check in next week, see how things are going. But at this point, we're just maintenance, making sure they get plenty of water. Weather's been kind of crazy, back and forth, cold. I had the heat on a couple of nights. I closed the windows. Yesterday was raw and rainy, so we had the greenhouse closed up for the most part. But we try to get as much oxygen in here and air and so forth. So it's a constant routine. But we know it's something we've been doing over the years. So if any questions or comments, feel free to leave it. Leave a comment below. I'll get right back to you. Thanks for watching Jim's Coleus. Stay tuned.